Welcome to Southwestern Christian University here on the campus in Bethany, Oklahoma, and inside the Pickens Springer Gymnasium, the home of your Eagles. This afternoon, we will get to watch Southwestern Christian Eagles take on Oklahoma Panhandle State. The Aggies are 3-2 on the season. Southwestern Christian Lady Eagles are 6-1 on the season. For those of you that joined us on Thursday night, you got to tune in and watch as Southwestern Christian dropped their first game of the season against the number 5 team in the NAIA, Wayland Baptist. The Lady Eagles dropped that game 73-50. It was the poorest offensive output of the season for the Lady Eagles. They only shot 27% from the floor, so it will be interesting to watch tonight to see if they can rebound from that. Even with the below-average shooting night, the Eagles still rank second in the NAIA in three-point percentage. So we'll see if they can keep up their hot shooting as we enter this contest this afternoon. Even though they lost, the Lady Eagles were still able to hold Wayland Baptist to their season low, 73 points, and held them to 38% shooting. Just couldn't get the ball to fall, and that was the difference in the game at the end, was just the difference in shooting percentage. Hannah Wade had a huge night on the glass, as she has done so far this season. She's been a bright spot on the boards. She collected 11 rebounds in that game on Thursday night, and that brought her average up to 6.9 rebounds off the bench each evening, and so she's becoming a force to reckon with, getting a lot of loose balls and real spark for the Eagles off the bench there. So Oklahoma Panhandle State lost their last time they played. They played the co-favorite here in the SAC, Senior Athletic Conference, preseason co-favorite, Oklahoma City University. It was a pretty close game up until the fourth quarter, and then the Oklahoma City Stars pulled away and finished off the Aggies. One joint competitor that both teams have played kind of gives you a peek at what to expect this evening a little bit, at least on paper. The Aggies hosted Northern New Mexico back on November 15th, and they defeated them 98-49. The Eagles played the same team, Northern New Mexico, earlier this season and won 66-51. And so shared opponent, defeated by both teams. Should be interesting to see what happens. On paper, as has been the case most of this season, the Eagles should be favored to win today's matchup, but we will see. The Eagles are scoring 90 points a game compared to Oklahoma Panhandle State's 83. Both averaging, allowing the opponents 57. So both teams could possibly or potentially have the tendency to lock down on defense and make it difficult for the opponent to score. So that'll be something to watch today. Not that much difference in field goal percentage, in 0.8 of a point difference at 49%. And then the three-point percentage for both teams is very close as well. Rebounds per game, very close. Assists are identical. Turnovers could be a key today. Southwestern only averages 12.9 turnovers a game compared to Oklahoma Panhandle State's 17.8. So hopefully Southwestern can put a little ball pressure, get a few extra points off of turnovers. That could be the difference in today's game. Most or key person to watch for Oklahoma Panhandle State as far as Lady Eagles go on defense is Shaylin Choate. She's averaging 13 points a game and is their leading scorer. Again, Southwestern facing a little bit of height difference today, much like they did against Wayland Baptist, although Wayland Baptist had 5 players over 6 foot tall. Not facing that kind of height, but Wayland was just so tall, made it so difficult to turn the corner. They're long, closed down those passing lanes, made it difficult to get to the rim. Tonight, the Aggies boast a little bit of height. They've got 2 players over 6 foot tall and a couple players at 5'11". So, again, it'll be interesting to watch to see if Southwestern rebounds a little bit from the performance the other night. I don't expect that their shooting woes will carry over to tonight. It was just difficult to get a clean look with all the height from Wayland Baptist. They switched on picks, and then on offense they played a really good pick-and-roll game. So just a different animal there. And so hopefully tonight Southwestern will come out and be confident and stroke the ball. Want to see Kylie Vestal get back on track. She struggled after scoring 27 points the previous game. She struggled on Thursday night to get her offense going, as most of the Eagles did. Well, it's almost time for the starting lineup, and so we will kick it down to courtside where we'll take a moment and do prayer and the national anthem and then the starting lineups. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Steve Ely. Solo today. Danny Nix is still on a cruise and enjoying his time off. But we're delighted to have you with us today to root for the Southwestern Lady Eagles. Going to kick it courtside now. I'll be back in just a moment as the game gets ready to tip off. Thanks again for joining us here on the campus of Southwestern Christian University.
Demonstrate Christ's love through all that we do and all that we say. And as we leave this game, Lord,
Well, there you go. There's the starting lineup. The starting lineup stays the same as it has all season for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles are in their gray uniforms trimmed in royal blue and black. And the Lady Aggies will be in navy blue and red trim. Getting ready for tip-off here. Shaylin Choate will be jumping for the Lady Aggies. Actually, correction. Nadia Hayes is jumping for the Lady Aggies. McKenna Morley for the Lady Eagles. Here we go. Game time. Ball's controlled by the Lady Aggies. Lady Eagles start off in man-to-man defense. Good back cut. Results in a quick 2 points. Very quick 2 points for Demers. Got a high pick there and just cut right down the lane. Receive the ball for an easy 2 points. Ball goes over to Jones into Morley. She's going to turn and hand the ball off to Vestal. Vestal had a lane, didn't see it. Jones goes to the basket hard. Should have been a traveling violation, was not called. Jans is going to drive, spin in the lane, put up a shot. I'm not sure, but I think that may have been tipped. We're going to get a quick foul called on Courtney Jones as she tried to pressure up on a release pass down the court. That's the first team foul. Courtney Jones' first foul as well. Vestal tries for the steal and misses. Leaves Demers wide open. We've got confusion on defense for the Lady Eagles. No rotation. One of our players blocked our other player off. That call went against Jans. That's her first. Team second at the line, number 11, Demers. Jans, Mackenzie saw the fact that Vestal's player had gotten away from her and went to try to play defense, and Morley picked her, and it caused her to stumble into the player and result as a foul. Quick 3-0 jump into the lead by the Lady Aggies. And Demers missed her second one. Morley brings the rebound down, hands the ball off to Vestal, who brings the ball over the timeline, then over to Jones. Good cut by Vestal. Little errant on the pass, but she corrals it. Jones handling the ball at the top, turns the corner, and she's going to get the foul on the reach in by Demers. Vestal inbounds the ball. Out to Jones. Vestal picks the ball back up at the top of the key, turns and looks. Clark handling the ball, drives to the baseline. Morley pops out for the three. That's going to be off. And the Aggies control the rebound. Quick three-point shot for the Aggies. Long rebound, but it's going to go out of bounds. And Southwestern will pick up the basketball. Need to break the ice here and get a score. Vestal brings the ball up the court. Off to Clark, over to Jans, over to Jones. There's Clark on the baseline. Jones is a little late with the pass. Nice find from Clark to Morley for 2 points. Good pressure by Vestal. Almost gets the 10-second violation. Good active hands. Drop into a zone by the Eagles, but that's going to result in a three-point shot for Choate. Jones has the ball and goes hard to the hole, steps back, goes up a shot, misses it, but Jans chases down the rebound, kicks it out to Vestal. Vestal's probing, trying to find a way into the lane. Kick out to Jans, takes the quick three and misses. Rebound for the Aggies. Lady Eagles back into a man-to-man. Long shot, again out of bounds, and Lady Eagles are going to get the ball. Jones over to Vestal. Lady Aggies in a tight man-to-man, not giving the Lady Eagles much room to move. Down to 12 seconds on the shot clock. Good find by Jones for Morley, and she turns and drains the shot from the free throw line. Little full court pressure here. Oh, I thought Vestal was going to pick that up. Should have been a push off there, but didn't call it. Southwestern drops into a 2-3 zone. Good ball movement by the Aggies, and that's going to result in Mackenzie Jans' second foul. Just good ball rotation. That's going to get Jans out of the game. That's her third team foul, and Hannah Wade is checking in for the Eagles. That's the quickest that Jans has had to exit this year. Getting a little early foul trouble. Number 14, Matt McCaskill, is at the line for the Lady Aggies, and she drains the first to jump out to that 7-4 early lead. She made her second as well. Wade will inbounds the ball to Vestal. Vestal will bring the ball up. Looks like the Aggies are going to stay in man-to-man, and they do. Jones has the ball being harassed at the top of the key. Wade on the baseline, turns and throws up a little hook shot. Comes up short, but we're going to get it over the back on Hannah Wade. Not sure that's the shot she really wanted to take. She kind of got hung up. Substitutions. Number 31, Shay Audrain, in for the Lady Aggies, and in for the Lady Eagles, number 15, Kia Mays. Really like to see Kia Mays have a good shooting night tonight. She struggled a little bit the other night as well. Another three-point shot by Choate, and she drains it. That's going to get an early timeout for the Lady Eagles as the Aggies jump out to an 11-4 lead. A little bumpy here for the Lady Eagles to start with. I think they were a little shell-shocked the other night on Thursday, and so it's taken them a little bit to shake some of that off, but hopefully they'll get going here pretty quick. On the floor for the Eagles, Vestal, Morley, Mays, Clark, and Wade. It'll be Eagles basketball. Moving right to left. Vestal will bring the ball up. Thought she might be able to walk right into a three. The player from Panhandle State is laying off. Good backdoor cut for Vestal. With a two-man give-and-go action. Works for 2 points on the baseline. Again, Southwestern putting pressure on the Oklahoma Panhandle State as they bring the ball up the floor just to eat a little shot clock and then fall back into a 2-3 zone. Choate with the ball on the wing. Kicks it all the way across the floor back to Choate. The Eagles close out, keep her from getting that three-point shot. But the result is Hayes buries the little mid-range jumper. Vestal kicks it ahead to Mays. Hayes shows like she's going to shoot, pulls it down, kicks it over to Clark. Wade puts her head down, goes hard to the basket. Defender falls down. 2 points for Hannah Wade. Again, pressure by the Eagles as they bring the ball up the court. Still in the 2-3 zone. We're going to have a traveling violation on Hayes and turn the ball over to the Eagles. And checking in for the Lady Eagles, Tricia Yeager. She's another Eagle that I'd like to see get back on the path shooting. She struggled for the first time on Thursday night. She's been just dead on all season long. Struggled to get her shot off with all that length on Thursday. These Lady Aggies are really closing out well. I guess they know we can shoot, as just proven right there by Jamie Clark with a three-point basket. Great squared. She got squared up and just drained the three to bring the Eagles within 2. 11-13 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. That's a good sign. Kind of break the lid off that three-point shot. Mays pulls down the rebound on the errant shot by the Lady Aggies and pushes ahead. Maybe she'll find Clark over here on the wing, who tries to force a pass into the middle of the floor. Really fortunate there. Really didn't have a chance. Foul's called on number 24, Shaylin Choate. That's her first. Checking in for the Lady Aggies, number 5, Vanessa Gonzalez. Really got a favor there because Mays was trying to force the ball in and just really no chance. Or Clark was trying to force the ball in and just really no chance to even make that catch. Mays dribbles behind her back. She's at the free throw line. She stopped there. Yeager cuts and falls. Comes up a little gimpy. She's going to try to press through it. Lady Aggies going to have to reset a little bit. 3 minutes left in this first period. Now Southwestern in man-to-man. Good help by Wade is going to result in a turnover. Good active hands there for Wade as the Lady Aggie turned the corner. She reached in and pulled the ball down. It rolled off the Lady Aggie's knee out of bounds. So Southwestern has the chance to either tie the game or take the lead. Yeager's controlling the ball as point guard. Swings it over to Mays, over to Wade. Wade ball fakes, gets her player up in the air. And we're going to get a traveling violation on Hannah Wade. Kind of shuffled her feet there. A lot of contact, but the ref felt like she shuffled her feet first. So Lady Aggies control the ball. Lady Eagles back off the pressure. A little man-to-man here for the Lady Eagles. Aggies are working the ball around the top of the key, looking for backdoor cuts. Not there. Throws it into the lane. That should have been traveling. Yes, it is. They got it that time. Hannah Bennett for the Lady Aggies took about 4 extra steps, shuffled her feet, got happy feet, and it results in a turnover. Trisha Yeager handling the point guard responsibilities with Vestal on the bench. Kicks the ball around the top of the key for the Lady Eagles. There's Yeager, gives a ball fake, pulls the ball down. Mays still trying to get loose from Choate. Yeager spins, finds Morley, and takes a direct path to the basket, runs over one player, but gets the foul call first. That's going to be called on number 32. Hannah Bennett, her first, team's third. Vestal's going to check back in for the Lady Eagles. They'll have the ball under their own basket with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Down 2 points with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Kicks the ball straight into Yeager. She gets double teamed. Kicks it back out. And there's Yeager's first shot, and it's going to be an errant three-pointer. But there she is, our lady on the boards, Hannah Wade. Rebounds, puts it up, rolls off the front of the rim, and the Lady Aggies control the ball. Yeager was covered on that shot, forced it up, never really got squared up like she normally does. Lady Aggie missed their layup. Morley controls the rebound, bringing the ball down the floor, looking for a little bit of help. Over to Mays, to Yeager, to Wade. Good entrance pass from Morley. She puts the ball on the floor, spins baseline, and gets the two-point shot and ties up the game 13-13. Excellent work there by Morley. Patience to get the shot she was looking for rather than just forcing it up. Southwestern a little ball pressure coming up the floor just to bother the Aggies a little bit. Little matchup zone almost, and it results in a three-point shot for Shea Audrain. Yeager controlling the ball, and Mays shuffles before she puts the ball on the floor, and so you're going to have a traveling violation. Number 30, Naomi Rodriguez, and number 11, Demers check in for the Lady Aggies. 54 seconds left, up by 3 for the Lady Aggies. Southwestern now back into man-to-man. Good help by Morley. And an extra step results in a turnover by Demers. The Aggies coach didn't think she did, but it looked like to me she took a full extra step. Not even a shuffle, a full step. So the Lady Eagles have the ball with 30 seconds left on the clock. Vestal finds Wade under the basket, but she's blocked by number 31, Shea Adrain. So the Lady Eagles control the ball under their own basket with 15 seconds left on the shot clock, 29 seconds left on the game clock, trailing by 3. Vestal has the ball, going to pull the 3, and that's going to be off. Yeager gets the long rebound on the offside. She kicks it to Wade out to Vestal. Can't quite hold it for one shot. There's a 2-second shot clock differential here. Vestal controlling the ball, finds Morley under the basket. She's going to draw a foul on number 32. Hannah Bennett, her second, team's fourth. McKenna Morley will be at the line shooting 2. Checking in, Lawindi Leporel from France is in for Lady Aggies. Morley misses her first free throw and makes the second. Young lady from France is the tallest player on the court at 6'3". Quick three-pointer for the Lady Aggies, nothing but net. There was no hesitation there, as number 30, Naomi Rodriguez, goes coast to coast. She's from Guyman, Oklahoma, and she pulls up and hits the 3, gives the Lady Aggies a 19-14 first quarter lead. So still a little rust from, seems like, carryover from the previous contest where the Lady Eagles struggled mightily offensively. We're just not seeing the three-point shot fall at the rate that we're accustomed. And so maybe that'll turn around here. Right now we're just shooting 1 for 5, 20%, where the Lady Aggies are shooting 66% from the three-point line. So Lady Eagles just struggling a little bit. And also the Lady Aggies are winning the field goal percentage 60% to 40%. Your leading scorer, Schote, for the Lady Aggies has 6. The leading all scorers, McKenna Morley, with 7. Looking here, both teams have turnovers. Lady Aggies have 4. Southwestern has 3. I'm pretty close on the rebound, 6-5 in the favor of Southwestern. Right now, Southwestern is dominating in the paint with 10 points in the paint compared to 2 for the Lady Aggies. Southwestern will have the ball to start off the second quarter. Wade in to inbounds the ball. Back on the floor for the Eagles, Wade, Vestal, Jans, Clark, and Jones. Wade kicks the ball over to Jones. Jones looks and finds Vestal. Vestal goes right down the middle of the lane for a little floater for 2 points. Brings the score to 19-16. Lady Eagles in a man-to-man. Wade, active hands, deflects the pass out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Lady Aggies with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Wade giving up almost 4 inches on the young lady from France. But at least at the moment, the Lady Aggies are not even looking at her on the block, and she's got a serious size disadvantage there. Lady Aggies are going to have to put the long three-pointer up. Wade does a great job boxing out the young lady from France. Pulls the rebound, kicks it ahead. Right back to Wade from, she puts up the running bank shot and miss it. Clark comes up with the loose ball, and we're going to get a foul called. I didn't know if they were going to call it. A lot of contact. Wasn't sure they were going to call it. Foul's called on LaWendy Lepore. That's her first foul. Clark at the line, misses her first free throw. Uncharacteristically, right now, Southwestern not shooting from the free throw line very good. 1 for 3. She'll get her second one, see if she settles down, and misses that one as well. Aggie's going to push the ball off the floor. And another 3-point for Rodriguez. Boy, she just doesn't even hesitate. Just as pure as it can be. Jans takes the ball over to Jones. Jones right down the middle to Wade, and we're going to get a foul. Wade's hurt. That foul's called on number 22. Lepore, her second. Morley's going to check back in. Wade comes out and goes straight. I think she went straight to the trainer. I'm not sure where she went. She came up grabbing both her fingers. Long 3-point shot on an assist by Jones over to Vestal. Concerned because I did not see where Wade exited to. I think she went straight to the trainer's room. So that's not a good sign. Hopefully she can come back. She grabbed both fingers on her shooting hand as soon as she got up off the floor, and she was hurting. 2-point shot for that number 14 of the Aggies, Cassia McCaskill, excuse me. Jans turns the corner, nobody there. Jones dives down into Morley. Morley tries to put the shot up. It was off balance, gets her own rebound, and then it gets stolen by Rodriguez. And the Lady Aggies are headed the other way with a 5-point lead, 24-19 with 7:49 left. Another 3-point shot, long rebound for Vestal. Vestal's going to push the ball up for the Lady Eagles. Got Clark over on the side, uncontested. 3-point shot, and she buries it. That's Jamie's second 3-point shot for the evening, so that's a positive sign. Vestal tries to draw the offensive push-off but doesn't get the call. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Aggies. 4 seconds. Oh, not sure how many steps you get. Not sure how many steps you get on to the basket, but the young lady took 3 running steps to the basket and they let her do it. I'm not sure what the refs were watching there, but the Lady Aggies call a 30-second timeout. So Southwestern down 26-22 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Fortunately, we're starting to see a little upward tick on the field goal percentage and also the 3-point percentage, 42% from 3. But uncharacteristically, only 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Vestal's moved into the leading scorer for Southwestern, 7 points. Still have not seen Wade come back out on the floor or to the bench. So I'm very concerned about her health at the moment. Just not sure what's going on. The trainer's coming out, but here comes Wade. He got 3 of her fingers taped together, so that could be difficult for her to handle the ball. It's on her right hand as well. Vestal's going to get a wide open 3 and bury it to bring the Eagles within 1, 26-25. Starting to see a little life offensively for Southwestern. Vestal jumps out and pressure. Clark putting pressure on Rodriguez. And shot put up by number 23, Nadia Hayes, misses. Vestal gets the rebound. Vestal out to Clark. Clark shows the ball, then pulls it down and dribbles around the top of the key. I'd sure like somebody to find Vestal at the moment. She seems to be pretty hot. Jones, step back 3. Oh, it looked good. It went in and popped out. Aggies control the rebound. Demures with the ball for the Lady Aggies at the top of the key, finds Rodriguez. Got to stay tight on her. She'll put that 3 up. Aggies pick the dribble up. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Demure is at the top of the key. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to have to go. Throws up a little runner. Comes off the front of the rim. Morley gets the rebound. Snowden in for Southwestern Eagles at this time. Number 25, Jillian Snowder, running the court with Morley. Morley's going to kick it back out to Clark. Again, Southwestern will have the potential here to either to take the lead. They take the lead on a 2-point shot. Snowden looks at it. Wide open shot from Morley. She throws it up. Misses. Clark tries to tip it out. Can't get it done, and the Eagles control the ball, but Vestal steals the ball. Puts up the 2, and it pops out. Good defensive effort there for Vestal. Just didn't pay off. Aggies picking up the dribble, and Rodriguez calmly pulls up and drains the 2-point shot. Vestal with the ball, brings the ball up the front court. Ball swung out to Morley, over to Jones. There, Clark was on the baseline, wide open. And Vestal's going to roll it in. He draws back within 1, 28-27. Southwestern still in man-to-man. Long 3-point shot missed. Clark pulls down the rebound, brings the ball up. Puts the ball at the free throw line for Snowder. Out to Morley. Back into Snowder. And she puts us ahead for the first time, 29-28. Jillian Snowder comes off the bench and scores 2 points. Lady Eagles still in man-to-man with 3:55 left on the game clock. Lead the game 29-28. Swing the ball. Pulls our defense out of position. And Schote buries the 3 to take the lead right back up by 2, 31-29. Vestal controlling the ball. Over to Morley. Morley's working with the pick with Snowder. Pick and roll game with Snowder. And draws the foul. Demurez tries to rotate over and help off the backside, but it's going to result in a foul. That's her second foul. Good to see Wade checking back in the game with her, looks like her middle and ring finger on her right hand taped together. Also into the game, Mays and Yeager. It'll be interesting to see if Wade can handle the ball at all with her right hand. I'm sure it'll affect her shot a little bit, but maybe she can get in there and battle for rebounds. Yeager over to Clark for a wide open 3, buries it. Clark is hot today, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. She's really squaring up nicely and draining the 3, gives us the 1-point lead with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left on the game clock, 32-31. Yeager out on defense, Mays out on Schote. Double team her. Wade rotates over on D. And once again, I think there should have been a traveling violation call, but Nadia Hayes gets away with the walk and scores the 2 points. Clark with the ball off of Mays' foot. Wade now has the ball dribbling around the top. Snowder's going to try a 3. That's way off. But guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Even with the tape on her fingers, Hannah Wade goes in and just refuses to relax until she gets the ball. Pulls that rebound down and draws a foul on Naomi Rodriguez, her first. Team's fourth. Hannah Wade will be at the line shooting 2. This will be the first time she shot the ball since they put the tape on her fingers, and she strokes it, puts it right in. No problem. She's fiddling with the tape, but she still made the shot. Hannah Wade just continues to bang away at the board and benefit because of it. Hits both of her free throws. She already has 3 rebounds in the game after missing about a minute and a half or 2 minutes getting her fingers taped. Eagles still in man-to-man. Really have the Aggies extended out deep at the moment, but they're working the ball in. Schote with the ball is going to go hard to the hole, and we're going to get a hand check on Kia Mays. That's the team's first foul and Kia's first foul. A little chippy one. I'm not sure there was a foul there. Southwestern on defense. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. 2 minutes, 19 seconds left on the game clock. And, Aggies. Young lady number 5, Vanessa Gonzalez, picks up her dribble, tries to throw the ball to a cutting player, and it goes right out of bounds. So Southwestern has a possession, up 1, 34-33. 2 minutes left to go. Wade with the ball on the wing. Finds Mays at the top of the key, over to Yeager. Back to Clark. Oh, in and out. Thought she was going to keep her perfect percentage from the three-point line. That's a carry, and they're not going to call it. And Snoder pulls the rebound down, kicks the ball out to Yeager, and the Eagles are on the attack again. Yeager's going to hand the ball off to Clark. Clark turns the corner, finds a wide-open Snoder underneath, who gathers herself and puts 2 points in for a little spark off the bench. And our 18th point in the lane. Eagles still in man-to-man, still working hard. Wade forces a bad shot by the Aggies. Yeager pulls the rebound down. Clark at the key, shows the ball, kicks it out to Wade. Wade puts the ball on the floor, and she gets hammered, and they don't call a thing. This referee crew's been a little suspect this afternoon. They call little ticky-tack ones and misses the big ones. Three-pointer put up by Schote, pulled down by Snoder. Mays brings the ball into the front court. Nobody stopped her yet, so she was going to go all the way to the hole, but then she turns the ball over, and it forces Wade trying to reach in and get the ball back, picks up a foul. That's her first. Correction, her second. Mays thought she could dribble right down the lane, but there were 4 Aggie players there, and they boxed her in. Wade comes out of the game. Morley checks back in. Vestal's back in. Oh. Not sure about that foul call either. Kia Mays is going to pick up her second foul. So Yeager will get back in. She swung. I don't think she hit anything, but they called the foul anyway. Eagles are up 36-33 with 30 seconds left in the first half. Schote has the ball for the Aggies. Kicks it out to the top of the key. Drain handing the ball back to Schote. Drain's going to pull up and hit the 2. Vestal's bringing the ball up the front court for the Lady Eagles. Drops it, picks it back up, turns the corner, finds herself wide open, but can't hit the 2, and you're going to get over the back on Morley. That's her first. Fourth team foul. Naomi Rodriguez, the little guard that's been so hot on the three-point line, comes back in for the Aggies, takes the long half-court shot off the back of the rim. So, that's the end of the first half. Tight game. Southwestern leads 36-35, and just really tight in every aspect. Still not the offensive production we normally see, but you can't always shoot as hot as we have been shooting. So let me run down the halftime stats, and then we'll take a short break. Right now, Southwestern Lady Eagles up 36-35. Oklahoma Panhandle State is shooting 50% from field goal, while Southwestern Christian University is shooting 43%. From the three-point line, Oklahoma Panhandle State on the back of Rodriguez is shooting 6 for 13 or 46%, whereas the Lady Eagles on the back of Jamie Clark are 5 of 13, only shooting 38.4%. Free throw percentage, 75% for the Lady Aggies, 50% for the Lady Eagles. Southwestern leads the rebound category with 16-12. Both teams sharing the ball well, 11 assists for the Aggies, 10 for the Eagles. 2 steals for the Aggies, 1 for the Eagles, 6 turnovers for the Aggies. Southwestern has been a little cleaner with only 4. Here are your statistical leaders for each team. Leading scorer, of course, is Shaylin Schote. That's their normal leading scorer, and she lived up to that hype, and she's already has 9 points. Naomi Rodriguez has 8 points, and Cassia McCaskill has 6 points, and the leading rebounder for the Lady Aggies is Hayes. They really don't have anyone in, I say that. One of their guards, Laura Demures, has 3 personal fouls. The young lady from France, LaWendy Laporle, has 2, and Hannah Bennett has 2. Leading scorer for your Lady Eagles, Kylie Vestal, started hitting from outside and hit a couple runners, 2 for 3 from outside and 5 for 8 from the floor for 12 points and leads all scorers. Jamie Clark, 3 for 4 from the three-point line, 9 points. And then McKenna Morley with 7. Your rebounding leader for the Lady Eagles, number 4, McKenna Morley. Number 23, McKenna McCorley. I'm going to get this right. McKenna Morley has 4, and Hannah Wade right behind her with 3. No serious foul trouble for the Eagles. Kia Mays has 2. Hannah Wade has 2, and Mackenzie Jans has 2. Overall, Southwestern's leading the bench scoring 8-5, certainly leading the points in the paint 18-6. But other than that, pretty even game as the scoreboard reflects, 36-35. Still not shooting at the clip that we've been shooting throughout the season, and so I think here in the second half what we've got to watch for is the Lady Eagles turning that offensive switch back on and just start draining everything they put up. Get a little comfortable distance score-wise between them and the Lady Aggies, and we'll be okay. Going to take a little break here where we've got 11 minutes and 26 seconds left in halftime, and then we'll be right back to pick up the second half where we hope to watch the Lady Eagles push the offensive pedal to the metal a little bit, if you will, and get that lead, that big lead that we're looking for so they can put Lady Aggies away. Hope you'll stick around. Thanks for joining us here from Southwestern Christian University and the Pickens Springers Gymnasium, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. All right, we're back here at Southwestern Christian University in the Pickens Springer Gymnasium, getting ready to start the second half between the Southwestern Christian Lady Eagles and Oklahoma Panhandle State Lady Aggies. Right now, the Lady Eagles on top, 36-35. The Lady Aggies will have the ball on offense at the start of the third period. Again, the only difference in the game right now is Southwestern just not shooting at the clip we're used to seeing them score, only shooting 43% from field goal for their field goal percentage, and just not quite at the pace we're normally seeing them at the three, only 5 of 13. So that seems to be the difference in the game at the moment. But maybe in the second half they'll turn it back on. Looks like we're going to go back to our starters to start off the second half. Vestal, Clark, Jans, Morley, and Jones on the floor for the Lady Eagles. No one in any real foul trouble. Jans had two quick ones in the first half, and so she had to sit a good little bit. Looks like Demers, Rodriguez, Schote, McCaskill, and Hayes for the Lady Aggies. Rodriguez takes the ball at the top of the key. It finds Demers, who should have been called for an offensive foul, but they didn't call it. She pushed Jans completely out of bounds on the baseline. Good block out by Jans. She pulls down the rebound, headed the other way. Clark going to take a look there. Over to Jones. Good pick and roll action for Morley, but Demers rotates over on defense and causes her to miss the shot. Still another traveling violation, not called. They've missed about 5 of those today. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure if they're not watching the feet or what, but Rodriguez misses a little runner in the lane. Southwestern picks up the rebound. Good pass forward from Vestal to Morley. Vestal kept her head up, coming down the floor, and finds Morley flashing to the basket for a quick 2. Southwestern in man-to-man. Rodriguez outside. Cannot leave her alone like that. She hits the 3 and ties the game 38-38. Jones went under the pick instead of over the top of the pick, and that's all the room that Rodriguez needed. Clark with the ball now to Jones. Little weave. Bad pass by Jones. Results in a turnover. Rodriguez bringing the ball up. They don't come out and pick her up. She walks right into a 3 and drills it. Her 4th three-pointer of the night. Correction, her 3rd. It seems like a lot more than that. Clark with the ball around the top of the key. Finds Vestal. Resets. Vestal pulls out for the 3. She drains it for her 15th point of the game to tie the game 41-41. There's a big 3 there for Vestal. Little runner in the lane. Spin move missed by the Aggies. Morley back the other way for Southwestern. Picks up her dribble, kicks it over to Clark. Jans on the baseline. Puts the ball on the floor. Goes to the spin move, turns, and puts the ball in the basket. This is more like it for the Eagles, hitting on every shot at the moment. Demers brings the ball up for the Aggies. Still in man-to-man for the Eagles. They finally called it. Finally called the offensive foul on Demers for pushing off. That'll be her 3rd. That's a great call. Should have been called earlier, but that'll take Demers off the floor. Kaylee Morgan checking in for the Lady Aggies, as well as number 32, Hannah Bennett. Not sure why they hadn't been calling that the whole game. She's pushed off about 5 times. That's the first time they've called it. That time Vestal went all the way to the floor on the push, and so the referee had to call something, I guess. Vestal with the ball, kicks over to Clark. Out to Jans, over to Jones. Back to Vestal at the top of the key. And drains the 3 for 18th point. Vestal's catching fire here. Had number 15, Kaylee Morgan, a 5-foot guard on her, and so Vestal just pulls the ball and shoots right over the top of her. Jones forces Rodriguez to put the ball on the floor, but she gets into the lane and picks up the foul on 23. Morley. That's her second. Vestal can shoot right over the top of number 15, Kaylee Morgan, and that's what she did. An 8-inch size advantage gives her the ability to just shoot right over the top. Going to have some substitutions here for the Lady Eagles. A dead ball. 42-46. One more free throw for Rodriguez, who just got her 15th point. Hannah Wade, Trisha Yeager, Kia Mays in for the Lady Eagles. So now Wade, Vestal, Mays, Morley, and Yeager on the floor for the Eagles. Vestal bring the ball up across the timeline. Over to Wade. Back out to Mays. Mays finds Vestal. Wade has position, puts shot up and misses. Morley dives for the ball, somehow controls the rebound and resets the offense. Good work there by Morley. Across the lane. We're going to get an offensive foul called on Wade. I don't know. A little 5-foot guard steps in and draws the charge. I'm not sure she actually was set, but we'll have to go with their call. That's her third foul on Wade. Schnoder's going to come in. Jillian Schnoder's going to come in for the Eagles. And number 31, Shay Adrain, in for Lady Aggies. 46-43. Aggies ball. 6 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock. So again, just letting the Aggies hang around a little bit. Aggies move the ball around the top of the key. Not sure where their offense is going to come from with Rodriguez off the floor. Schote is usually their main offensive threat. Down to 11 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense. Oh, and just a deflection goes right out, and the Aggies going to get the rebound and put it in. Shay Adrain pulls the Aggies within one. Southwestern had a stop and just couldn't corral the ball. Vestal brings the ball across the top of the key. I think Vestal could pull up and hit that three anytime she wants, right over the top of the guard. Good corner turn by Mays, but Schote reaches in and strips the ball, but Southwestern will maintain possession with 16 seconds on the shot clock. 5 minutes, 36 seconds left on the game clock. Yeager to inbounds the ball to Vestal. Now back to Yeager at the top of the key, over to Mays, and we're going to have a foul. Schote fought her way through a double screen. That's her second. She just decided she was not going to let that pick stop her, and she just put her head down and bullied her way through. Winds up on the floor, but gets the call. Southwestern has 20 seconds on the shot clock. Morley with the ball at the top of the key, over to Vestal. Out to Yeager. Yeager puts the ball on the floor, pulls up and hits the mid-range jumper. For 2 points. Nice to see Yeager get on the board tonight. Maybe that'll get her going. She's usually a real good offensive spark off the bench. Southwestern in a little 2-3 zone. Actually now back into man-to-man. Nice defensive rotation. Schnoder did a good job to cut the player off the baseline, and then Vestal reaches in and knocks the ball on the pass out of bounds. So the Aggies will maintain possession, but with only 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball hits every piece of the rim, and somehow 3 against 1. Number 32, Hannah Bennett, scores the basket. She was 3 Southwestern players around her, and she still won that contest. Vestal outside with the basket. We're going to get Bennett trying to rotate out and help, and gets the foul. That's her third foul. Third team foul. And for the Aggies, number 5, Vanessa Gonzalez. And number 22, LaWendy Laporle. Again, the tallest player on the floor at 6'3". Southwestern ball, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Yeager controls the ball at the top of the key. Over to Morley. Over to Mays at the top of the key. Yeager with the ball now at the top of the key. Dribbles behind the back. Over to Morley. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Morley's going to have to shoot. Goes baseline. And it's like the Red Sea. It just parted forward. She goes in and makes the basket. Gives the Eagles a 3-point lead, 50-47. Man-to-man. Vestal jumps across trying to help. Aggies are going to rotate across. Yeager pulls the offside rebound, and we're on the break. Pushing the ball ahead. Finds Mays on the corner. Back to Yeager for the wide open three. She comes up short. Vestal gets the long down court pass, intercepts it. She's putting the ball on the floor. She's got such a serious size disadvantage. Kicks the ball out to Schnoder. Schnoder tries the three and comes up with an air ball. Never got her feet set. Jamie Clark checking in for the Eagles for Vestal. Not sure we needed that three-point shot there. We had numbers. Naomi Rodriguez checks in for the Aggies. The Aggies will have the ball. Southwestern going to stay in man-to-man. There's that height. Laporte pulls a long rebound. And the little 5-foot guard, number 15, Kaylee Morgan, just drains the three. No fear there. Ties the game up 50-50 with 3 minutes left in the third period. Clark controls the ball for the Eagles. Finds Schnoder cutting, hits offside to Mays, who's wide open for the three. Can't get the shot, but Morley pulls the rebound, and then it's stripped by the Aggies. And we've got Aggies and Eagles on the floor. And the ball is going to belong to the Lady Eagles on the possession arrow. Mackenzie Jans is going to check back in for the Lady Eagles in place of Schnoder, who just pulled that rebound. Out to Mays. And Mays steps out of bounds with the ball. Turns the ball over. Need a good stop here with 2:48 left in the third period, 50-50. That's going to be an illegal screen. Call on number 22, the Wendy Laporte, her third. The Lady Aggies have 3 players now with 3 fouls. Yeager controls the ball for the Eagles, brings it across the timeline. Kicks it out to Clark, over to Jans, over to Mays. To Yeager. Yeager throws it, almost throws it away, but Jamie Clark's able to chase it down. Let's see Mays get, Clark turns it over. Yeager comes back and plays good defense, but we're going to get a foul called on the rebound. I can see Mays get going offensively too. She struggled last game and struggling again. That foul's called on Jamie Clark. That's just her first and third team foul. Jones checks back in for the Lady Eagles. Number 31, Shea Adrain, will be at the line shooting 2. She misses her first. And misses her second. Morley blocks out, gets the rebound. That's a 7th rebound for Morley. Jones at the top of the key with the ball over to Yeager. Finds a cutting Jans wide open, but the tall Laporte blocks her shot. Jans gets her own rebound, now finds Morley on the baseline, steps through, puts up the left-handed bank shot, and scores the basket, puts the Eagles up by 2. Morley with the rebound on the long three-point shot by the Aggies, then turns and throws it straight to Kaylee Morgan, who steals it, makes the layup to tie the game, 52-52. Lady Aggies coach is upset about something. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but he is very heated with one of the referees right now, wanting to call. Not sure exactly what he's looking at, but it's a 52-52 ball game. A couple errant passes result in easy baskets for the Aggies. Right now, turnovers are basically the same, 9-8, but sure feels like the Eagles have turned the ball over at some real inopportune moments when they were starting to put a little pressure, maybe get out on them a little bit, and brings them right back into the game. Field goal percentage is finally starting to even out. Both teams shooting 46%. Three-point shooting still favors Oklahoma Panhandle State 50% to 38%. And rebounding, Southwestern is dominating the boards 25-18. Here we go. Southwestern has the ball, 52-52 with 1:33 left in the third period. Sure would like to see some distance for the Eagles. A little too tight at the moment. Aggie still in man-to-man. Ball out to Yeager, over to Jones. Jones passes over to Clark, finds Jans wide open. She's going to shoot it way too strong. Yeager chases the rebound. Great work by Yeager to chase that rebound down. Throws the ball over to Morley and draws the foul on Naomi Rodriguez for her second personal foul, team's fifth. And so that'll get us to the line for two shots. Jones will be at the line shooting two. Actually, they're going to put Yeager on the line shooting two. Yeager earned that right there. She worked hard for that rebound. Key rebound. She drains her first free throw to give the Eagles a 1-point lead. Schote going to be checking into the game for the Lady Aggies, as well as Vestal. For the Eagles, Trisha Yeager earns 2 points just through hustle there. Chased the ball down that she probably shouldn't have been able to get to, but chased it down, gets the rebound, gets fouled, makes 2 points. 54-52, Lady Eagles. Schote with the basketball for the Aggies, moving the ball along the top of the key. But there's a 3-point shot by Aldrain to give the Lady Aggies a 1-point lead. They just won't go away. Every time it looks like the Eagles are about to get a little run, the Aggies will hit a big basket. Vestal over to Jones. Back to Morley, kicks the ball to a wide open Vestal, who misses the 3-point shot, and Schote chases down the long rebound. 26 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Aggies have a chance. Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. Have a chance to go up by 3 or 4. Aggies picks up the ball, kicks it over to Schote. 4 seconds left. She's going to go hard to the hole, and put up the shot and miss it. And that's how the third quarter is going to end, with the Lady Aggies up 55-54. Again, the Lady Eagles are hanging in there, but for some reason just can't seem to put any distance between themselves and the Lady Aggies. Right now, the Lady Aggies are shooting 46% from field goal range, 44% for Southwestern, 50% from three-point land for the Oklahoma Panhandle State Aggies, compared to 35% for the Eagles. Free throw percentages are identical, 62.5%. Rebounding, Southwestern owns a 7-rebound edge. Don't see anything else that really stands out other than the fact that Southwestern is just dominating in the paint, 28 points in the paint compared to 12. But other than that, everything else is pretty close. Kylie Vestal's leading all scorers with 18, while the Lady Aggies' Naomi Rodriguez has 16. on a great night of shooting 4 for 7 from the line, from the three-point line. Only have two Lady Eagles in double figures, Vestal and Morley. That's probably the difference right now from what we've normally seen. We normally have at least four players in double figures. Tonight, only two. Whereas the Lady Aggies have two players in double figures as well, Naomi Rodriguez and Shay Audrain, 16 and 10 respectively. So here we go, fourth period. This is it. And the Lady Aggies will have the basketball due to a jump ball that took place earlier in the third period. So here we go, Southwestern on the floor, Vestal, Jones, Jans, Morley, and Clark. Down one. Lady Aggies move the ball around the top of the key. Vestal playing defense. Morley's going to come down with the rebound. Vestal's pushing the ball ahead for the Lady Eagles, going to go coast to coast and kick it out to Clark, who showed a three, and then she puts the ball down, and she's going to get the foul in the basket. Good job by Clark there. Picks the foul up on number 24, Shaylin Choate. That's her third. Team's first. Clark will be at the line shooting two. That was a good ball fake. Got her player up in there and then took her to the hole. She hits her free throw to give the Lady Eagles a 57-55 lead. Good start to the fourth quarter. Needed a good defensive stop. See if we can build on this lead. I think the difference may be tonight we just haven't gotten back-to-back stops. That's what keeps happening, seems like. Every time we get a good basket, then we give up one. Number 31, Shay Audrain, rolls out and hits a three. Puts the Lady Aggies back up, 58-57. Jones controlling the ball at the top of the key for the Lady Eagles. Vestal now with the ball fake. They're switching on the picks. Jones comes across the top to the free throw line, pulls up and hits the little jump shot from the free throw line to go back up by one, 59-58. Like I said, we just got to get a stop. Every time we get the lead, we just fail to get a stop. Jones on defense, pressuring up on the ball. Oh, there it is. Jans gets the turnover on the errant pass and then gets hammered. Just flat hammered. Knocks her all the way to the ground by Nadia Hayes. That's her first, team second. That'll get Rodriguez back into the game as well as number 32, Hannah Bennett. So there was the stop we needed. Now we need to convert on offense. Let's see if we can stretch this 2-point lead. Morley hits the three-point. There it is, back-to-back finally for the first time tonight, seems like, and gives the Eagles a 4-point lead, 62-58 with 8:10 left in the fourth period. Big basket there. Now we need one more stop, get a little more distance. Oh, almost had it there. Good. Jans deflects the ball out of bounds. Demures is going to check in for the Lady Aggies. .13 seconds on the shot clock. Vestal shoots the passing lane, steals the ball, drives it all the way down the court, makes the right-handed layup, put the Eagles up by 6 points. Excellent anticipation there by Vestal. Got to find this young lady right here. She's been hot all night. They're going to call a cheap foul on Jans. She kind of turned the quarter on her, and that'll be Mackenzie Jans' third personal foul. Coach Arthur up off the bench arguing the fact that she was in good defensive position. I would tend to agree. Rodriguez gets a wide open three, misses. Southwestern drops the ball. Should have had the rebound. And instead, Audrain is going to hit the three. Now all of a sudden, Audrain is just lighting it up. She's 3 for 6 from the three-point line. Draws the Aggies within three, 61-64. Clark with the ball, hits it down right down the middle. Morley, who takes the shot at the free throw line and misses. Aggies control the rebound. Courtney Jones on Rodriguez. Can't leave her. Can't leave Aldrain either. Eagles are switching on the pick, on the top. Aldrain pulls the ball down and travels. I didn't know if they were going to call it or not, but she did. Got nervous feet a little bit. Trisha Yeager's going to check in for the Eagles in place of Jones. Still holding on to that 3-point lead with 6:41 left in the half. Correction, in the quarter. Fourth period here. Vestal's controlling the ball for the Eagles. Gives it up to Clark. Over to Jans. Out to Yeager. Here comes Vestal at the top of the key. Yeager finds her. She puts it on the floor. Beautiful slip pass. Pocket pass right over to Morley. Vestal draws the defense and then lays it right in to Morley for the easy 2-point shot. Double screen for Rodriguez, trying to get her free. Yeager deflects the ball and then draws the foul. Great defensive play for Yeager. Jumps in the air, knocks the ball loose, grabs the ball, and then draws the third foul on Rodriguez. That's 13 foul as well. Reporting back into the game, Cassia McCaskill. Timeout, Eagles. 66-61 with 6 minutes left on the clock. And a couple key back-to-back turnovers for the Aggies. Causes us to be able to get a little bit of distance here. And so right now, we're on offense with a chance to extend a 5-point lead to a 7 or 8-point lead. The Lady Aggies have quite a bit of foul trouble. They have 4 players with 3 fouls. Demures, Laporle, Schote, Rodriguez, and Bennett. Actually, 5 players with 3 fouls. The only foul trouble that Southwestern has is Jans has 3 and Wade has 3. Everybody else is sitting pretty good. And so right now, no major issues there. Vestal still leading all scorers with 20 points. She's 8 for 12 from the floor, 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. And McKenna Morley has recorded a double-double already with 18 points and 10 rebounds. And so good night from Morley. Jamie Clark has chipped in 12 points, so we finally have the third player in double figures tonight. Only 2 players in double figures for Oklahoma Panhandle State. Naomi Rodriguez and Shea Aldrain both have 16 points. Southwestern's ball, 6:06 on the clock. Same lineup, Vestal, Jans, Morley, Clark, and Yeager on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Vestal controlling the ball at the top of the key, hits Jans at the free throw line. He hands it off to Vestal, who picks her dribble up. Jans has got her player pinned down on the floor, throws it up with her left hand on a little running hook underneath the scoop, and it goes. And we extend the lead to 7 points with 5:43 left. Southwestern in man-to-man. Yeager gets picked, and of course, who else but Rodriguez pulls up and hits the 3. You cannot go under the screen on her. She will drill it every time. That's her 19th point of the game. Vestal with the ball, kicks it over to Jans. Jans puts the ball on the floor, has picked her dribble up over to Yeager at the top of the key, out to Vestal. Jans cutting baseline. Clark shows the ball, going to find Vestal. She shows the ball. Not sure what the call is going to be here. It's the 4th personal foul on Demures. It's funny, every time she drills somebody, she throws her hands up in the air as if, what did I do? And the truth is, she is a physical player. That's her 4th team foul. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Southwestern inbounds on the ball. Vestal finds Clark out to Morley. Morley ball fakes, goes to the middle of the lane, throws up the runner. 2 points. Morley's having a great game tonight. Gets us back up by 6. Lemures over to Rodriguez. Got to find her. Can't leave Schultz. Schultz with the ball. Yeah, Jamie Clark reaches in and picks up a cheap one. She had gotten beat on the dribble and knew it, and so she reached over and picks up the foul. That's her second personal foul, second team foul. Hate it because Yeager would have picked up the charge, but the foul took place first. Under their own basket, Aggies inbound to Schultz, over to Rodriguez. She puts the ball on the floor. Long shot for Aggies is missed underneath. Morley with the rebound, her 11th. Morley puts the ball on the floor. She gets picked up, and she's going to turn the ball over. Oh, excellent hustle. Excellent hustle by Clark. Dives in to get the jump ball, or it would have resulted in a turnover. Instead, the Eagles maintained possession. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Hannah Wade in for the Eagles. It's going to replace Morley. Morley came up limping a little bit of pain in her knee, but she seems to be walking fine now. Jans with the ball at the top of the key now over to Wade. Wade kicks it over to Yeager. Yeager over to Vestal to the baseline. Should have been a foul called there, and they're not going to call it. And Mackenzie Jans nails the two-point shot. I thought they should have called a foul when Wade caught the ball on the block. The Aggies defensive player put both hands in her back and just pushed her. 8-point lead for the Eagles now with 4 minutes left. And we're going to get a traveling violation called on Demures. And, of course, she's going to throw her hands up in the air as if she didn't do anything. She drug her pivot foot 4 feet. Number 15, Kaylee Morgan's going to come in for Demures. Coach was a little upset at Demures for turnover. Wade'll inbounds the ball to Vestal. Key possession here. If we can score here, we can get a good bit of distance. Vestal looking for a screen, maintains her dribble, dumps the ball to Wade. Wade over to the top of the key to Jans, who goes. We're going to get an illegal screen called on Hannah Wade. That's her 4th, team's 3rd. A lot of fouls called in this game. 29 fouls called so far in this game. Aggies ball. They're down 8. 3:44 left on the clock. Schultz with the ball. Turns the corner. Clark cuts her off. Rodriguez gets up in the air with nowhere to go. Somehow finds the shortest player on the floor. One referee signals the ball's turned over to the Eagles, but it actually, Vestal had reached in and deflects the ball out of bounds. And Morley's going to check in for the Eagles. 11 seconds left on the shot clock for the Lady Aggies. I think it was the right call. Vestal had reached in and tipped the ball, so Lady Aggies moving the ball around the top of the key. Schultz with a long two-point shot, misses everything, and Morley picks up the rebound. Morley's just had a phenomenal game today. Timeout, Lady Eagles. 3:14 left, 72-64. And the next foul by the Lady Aggies will put the Lady Eagles into the bonus. Morley's just had a great game. She's 3 for 6 from the field, 0 for 1 from 3. Correction, that's the wrong stat line. She's 9 for 15 from the floor, 1 for 3 from 3, 1 for 2 from the line, 11 rebounds and 20 points. She's tied for leading scorer of the game. So just an excellent game by Morley. And they've needed every one of those points today. Going to have Morgan and McCaskill and Bennett, Schultz, and Rodriguez on the floor for the Lady Aggies. Vestal, Jans, Morley, Clark, and Yeager on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Vestal controls the inbounds pass. 21 seconds on the shot clock. She kicks the ball over to the right wing to Clark, who kicks it down to Morley, who then finds Jans at the top of the key over to Vestal on the left wing. Vestal's got a serious size advantage. If she wants it, she puts up the little runner, misses it, but Jans gets the gets the rebound. They think that the ball didn't hit the rim, but it clearly hit the rim and bounced straight down. It definitely hit the rim. Nice kick out to Jans. Jans puts the ball on the floor for some reason and comes up long. If she'd have shot, she was wide open for the three. Morgan controlling the ball for the Aggies. Finds Schote over to McCaskill, who's trying to work the ball. She walked and they didn't call it. And Yeager dives in and somehow gets the tough rebound. Number 32, Bennett, her fourth personal foul. Yeager will be at the line shooting 2. That's going to get Shea Audrain off the bench for the Aggies. She'll come in for Bennett. Yeager has picked up a couple key rebounds today, just where she goes in, really where she's outsized substantially and somehow comes away with the ball just using good position. So she's at the line shooting 2 points. Misses her first free throw. And hits her second. That's going to get Mays off the floor, and she's coming in for Yeager. Yeager's limping just a little bit. I think she's okay. I think she's more upset about missing the free throw than anything. Timeout, Lady Aggies. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. The Lady Eagles are up 9 points. Key possession here. I think the Lady Aggies coach realizes it. This is the moment right here. If Southwestern can get a stop, should be able to put the game away right here. Encourage you to stick around. The men are going to play here in just a few minutes at 3:45. They'll be taking on Oklahoma Panhandle State as well. Also, Lady Eagles fans, just want to remind you that the Lady Eagles are going to have a little bit of a break here over Thanksgiving. They play Bacone College on the 13th of December, and then their next home game is on December the 16th against Central Christian. So it's a couple weeks before their next games, but we encourage you to stay posted. Again, they play away on the 13th of December, but then they'll be back home at 6 o'clock on December the 16th against Central Christian. That'll be their last game before the Christmas break, and won't play again until January 4th at Langston, or here at home against Langston University. So a little bit of stretch before we have a lot of games left, but hopefully Southwestern can hang on to this game tonight before the long break. Vestal, Jans, Mays, Clark, and Morley on the floor for Southwestern. A lot of shooters on the floor for the Aggies with Rodriguez, Schote, and Audrain. Rodriguez tries to turn and then just throws the ball out of bounds to Southwestern. Big turnover there, big turnover. So Southwestern has the ball. Aggies are going to have to come out here into a 1-2-1-1 zone. A little full court pressure. Jans over to Vestal. Vestal kicks it over to Jans. Jans going to, we're fortunate there. Almost caused the turnover, but instead Kaylee Morgan is going to pick up her first personal foul. And that's going to put Mays on the line for the first time tonight. Correction, she's been, that is correct. She has not been to the line tonight, but she nails her first. Second free throw for Kia Mays, and she gets that to roll off the front, drop through to take an 11-point lead. Can't let down here with the ability the Aggies have to shoot from the three-point line. Good defense by Mays, jumps out. Kaylee Morgan tries to turn the corner on Jans, who finds Rodriguez, uses the step back and, of course, shoots the three, almost drains it. And great help by Clark. Rotates over as the Aggies player was about to pull the rebound, and she just stripped it out of there. Vestal controls the ball, brings it up to court. Clark in the wing. We're going to get an illegal screen on Morley. Didn't need it. That's her third personal foul. That's team's fifth. Minute 13 seconds left. Up by 11. Kaylee Morgan controlling the ball for the Aggies. Clark guarding Schote. Back over to Schote. Oh, Vestal anticipated that beautifully. Steals the ball. And that should do it. 55 seconds left on the game. Up to Jans to break the little trap. She's going to hand the ball off to Mays. And this is going to be the end of the ball game right here. Good win by the Lady Eagles. They had to really gut this one out. We're going to get a cheap call, hand check on Naomi Rodriguez. That's her fourth. That's going to put Jans at the line shooting two. I'll tell you, I know we didn't like the loss the other night, but I'm not sure it didn't help us a little bit. It caused the Eagles to have to dig a little deeper. And you can see it tonight in a very close game. Jans hits her first free throw in a very, very tight game all the way into the end of the third period. Then all of a sudden the Eagles just buckle down and dig, and all of a sudden jump out to stop after stop and then pick up the lead. So very good win. Good defense by Vestal. They're going to say it went off of Vestal. I'm not sure that it did, but it'll stay with the Lady Aggies. We're going to get a foul called on Kia Mays. Unnecessary there. That'll be her third foul, but puts the Lady Aggies, number 14, Cassia McCaskill, at the line. She drains her free throw, 66-77 with 31 seconds left. And she makes both of her free throws, and we're going to get a timeout by the Aggies. 11-point lead with 31 seconds left for the Lady Eagles. Like I mentioned, the men will be playing here in the next few minutes. Coming off a loss, but hopefully they'll rebound back as well. Lady Aggies are going to be in a full court press. Jans, Mays, Clark, Morley, and Vestal on the floor for the Lady Eagles. 31 seconds left on the clock. 30 seconds on the shot clock, so a 1.4 difference. Vestal just breaks to the ball, trying to pick up the foul, and there it is. She used her dribble really well there to pick up the foul against Shea Audrain. That's her first. That'll put Vestal on the line. Vestal used her dribble really well there. They trapped her, but she back dribbled and then started forward again, and it caused Audrain to reach in. So Vestal's at the line where she drains her first free throw for her 21st point. Great night by Vestal as well. Great rebound game for her from the other night where she struggled to score. And she drains both of her free throws. 79-66. Audrain with the ball. Vestal jumps over, makes her pick her dribble up. Kaylee Morgan picks her dribble up over to Schote, then over to Audrain. And then Jans jumps out trying to stop the baseline drive and picks up a foul. Her fourth. That'll put Audrain at the line, shooting two. And that goes in and out, so she misses her free throw. And she makes her second. Full court pressure. Vestal will handle that over to Jans, to the middle of the floor with Clark, who turns and dribbles, breaks the press, gets the ball over the timeline. That should do it. Morley has the ball in the front court and is going to Kick it over to Jan. She'll dribble the ball out, and the Lady Eagles will get the win 67-79. Excellent win, hard-fought win, a testing win, if you will, for the Lady Eagles. Congratulations, Lady Eagles, on going 7-1. That was a great win for them, rebound win off of a tough game the other night against Wayland Baptist. Well, let me recap some statistical information for you. I think you'll notice a couple things have changed. Number one, Southwestern Lady Eagles finally broke over the top on the field goal percentage, shooting 50% compared to 43% for Oklahoma Panhandle State. Still didn't shoot threes quite at the clip that we normally see them. They only shot 38% from the three, 8 for 21, whereas the Lady Aggies just were on fire. They shot 50%, 13 for 26. Free throw percentage, 66.6% for the Aggies, 76% for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles had a 10 rebound advantage, 32-22. Both teams shared the ball well, 16 assists for the Aggies, 15 for the Eagles. 6 steals by the Eagles compared to 5 for the Lady Aggies. Lady Aggies had 17 turnovers. Lady Eagles had 11. As we mentioned at the first of the game, that was one of the stats I thought might come into play, and it did. It made the difference. The leading scores, Rodriguez had 19, but Vestal had 22. Bench scoring, this is a little bit unusual for us, but the Lady Aggies actually outscored our bench 24-15, but the Lady Eagles dominated in the paint, scoring 40 points in the paint compared to the Lady Aggies 12, and also had 20 points. Lady Eagles had 20 points off of turnovers. So that was a key difference in the game as well. Here are your statistical leaders for the game. Naomi Rodriguez led the Lady Aggies with 19 points. Shay Audrain came off the bench and added 17 points. And then number 9, Shaylin Choate, had 9 points. Leading rebounder, there were 4 different players for the Lady Aggies that had 3 rebounds. For the Lady Eagles, leading the way, Kylie Vestal with 22 points. McKenna Morley had a monster game, 20 points, 12 rebounds. Just an incredible game for her. And then Jamie Clark contributed with some hot shooting to start off the game, and she ended up with 12 points. Great game for the Lady Eagles. 3 players in double figures, 1 with a double-double. Overall, just a good night. Glad to see them buckle down and pull that win out. They had to come up deep, dig deep in the fourth quarter as it was so close going into the fourth quarter, and they just finally just exerted their will. And I think the difference was they got 3 back-to-back scores and then stops, and they had not done much of that where we would get a score and then turn around and let them score. But we finally strung some stops together and got some turnovers, and that made the difference. So good win for the Lady Eagles tonight. Again, moving 7-1 on the season. We look forward to having you with us again to watch the Lady Eagles play. Again, that game is on December the 16th against Central Christian College at 6 o'clock in the evening. We'll be back on live stream. So I encourage you to join us if you are a Lady Eagles fan. We'd love to have you with us. Here in about 10 minutes or so, we'll be back on live for the men's game. The men will be taking on Oklahoma Panhandle State. Should be a good game. Very even matchup, it looks like. So we encourage you to stick around for that. Thanks again for being with us. I'm Steve Ely signing off for the Ladies Eagles basketball game, where the Lady Eagles pick up another win, 7-1 on the season. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.